In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use SUMIFS with multiple criteria in one column. First, open Microsoft Excel and get your worksheet ready. This technique is especially helpful when you want to total values based on more than one possible match in the same field. Normally, the SUMIFS function uses AND logic. That means every condition you give it must be true at the same time. But sometimes you need OR logic instead. For example, you may want to sum sales for sales or marketing, rather than requiring a row to somehow match both at once. To do that, you can either combine SUMIFS with an array or add multiple SUMIFS formulas together. Let's use a simple example. Imagine your department data is in cells B2 through B7, and your sales values are in C2 through C7. In this sample, the sales department totals 2,700 and marketing totals 3,900. So if you want both together, the correct result is 6,500. The first method is to use SUMIFS with an array. If you're using Excel 365 or Excel 2021, enter this formula: sum SUMIF S C2 C7 B2 B7 / sales marketing. What Excel does here is calculate one total for sales and another total for marketing. Then the outer sum adds those results together. This is a clean and efficient way to apply OR logic in one column. The second method is to use multiple SUMIFS functions. This works in all versions of Excel. The formula is equal SUMIF S C2 7 B2 B7 sales SUMIFS C2 7 B2 B7 marketing. This returns the same result, 6,500. It's a great option if your version of Excel doesn't support dynamic arrays. The third method is to use cell references instead of typing the criteria directly into the formula. For example, if cell E2 contains sales and E3 contains marketing, you can use SUMIFS C2 7 B2 B7 E2 E3. This makes the formula easier to update later, because you only need to change the worksheet values instead of editing the formula itself. You can also add another condition. For example, if you want to sum sales where the department is sales or marketing, and the sales value is greater than 1,000, use sum SUMIFS C2 C7 B2 B7 sales marketing C2 1,000. A quick reminder on the logic. Plain SUMIFS uses AND logic, while sum wrapped around SUMIFS with multiple criteria lets you create OR logic in the same column. If you run into a value error, check that all your ranges are exactly the same size. If the total looks wrong, the most common causes are misspelled criteria or incorrect array syntax. Finally, remember that SUMIFS uses AND logic by default. For OR logic in one column, wrap it in SIM and use an array of criteria. In older Excel versions, add separate SUMIFS formulas together, and whenever possible, store your criteria in cells to make your formulas easier to manage.